It was raining, of course it was, so we went to Gisburn, which has associations with Guy of Gisborne, Robin Hood's main rival for the affections of Maid Marian. There's more traffic running through Gisborne than there were bottles of wine smuggled in Boris Johnson's luggage during the COVID lockdown. Said traffic is forced to flow interminably like one of Giles Brandreth's anecdotes, because of the countless no parking signs that have turned the village into a museum dedicated to unsociability. Which is a shame because Gisborne is almost exclusively constructed from otherwise attractive Tudor and Jacobean houses. There's a pub called the White Bull with ample parking for drunks only around the rear. There's a village shop with no parking at all, and the 12th century church of St Mary and St Andrew, both of whom are forced to share a parking space at the back of the vicarage. Apparently the St Andrew dedication was added to stop the Scots attacking it. Later it turned out that a barrel of beer and the plate of haggis works just as well. For such an ancient church, it's surprisingly boring inside. As always, there's an old piscina at the altar end for washing the communion utensils, and a smaller version a bit further along, possibly for washing the vicar's golf balls. There's also a 13th century doorway, a 15th century porch, and some Romanesque arches from Sawley Abbey, the abbot of which once accused the vicar of Gisborne of stealing his rabbits, so there you go. In 1612, local girl Janet Preston was accused of witchcraft along with all the other Pendle witches. Janet, however, was unique in that she was tried and executed in York rather than Lancaster. There's a memorial to her in the graveyard. We spent ages trying to find it and eventually decided that it was probably this unmarked boot scraper that looks more like one of those cheap plastic Merry Christmas signs that people stick in their front windows every Yuletide. Judging by the number of signposts, the grave of Francis Duckworth, wasn't he a character off Coronation Street, is considerably more popular with visitors than the witch's plaque. We had no idea who Francis Duckworth was, so we googled him. Apparently he wrote a hymn sung by the Lancashire Fusiliers on Mount Calvary following General Allenby's capture at Jerusalem. Not that we could work out which was his gravestone anyhow, seeing as the wall surrounding the churchyard was constructed from hundreds of such old tombstones. Legend has it that Oliver Cromwell stabled his horses at St Mary's in St Andrews and somehow in the process managed to break one of these stained glass windows. Well, he would do, wouldn't he, given the amount of pubs that Cromwell allegedly visited during his time in Lancashire. It's a wonder he didn't fall over the altar and stumble headfirst into the font as well.